Hello guys, welcome back. I'm your friend Insects. It's been a busy week for me because I start to find that my job isn't that easy at all. Actually, it can be quite hard if I couldn't understand the whole picture, the whole system. That'll be a problem. Since I feel like that for the last 2 weeks, for me, what I did in my new job is to actually focus on a very small part of the whole system. I didn't know the whole system before. I just work very hard on that part of the system. I did a lot of things. I even created a package, a Python package like components. I did a lot of code in there. But yesterday I found that I've been working on a small part of the whole system. I need to have a global overview on the whole system to and try to do a plan to connect each components together with standard definitions for those APIs. The application interface. But that's another story. I must have finished this because this is the first project I work for this company, and if I failed at this, I probably think that I couldn't be able to stay in this company. So it's very important for me to make it done. All right. Okay, enough talking. Let's go back to the topic of today's. Since the last week, I decided to continue to do the game development for fun. Yeah. So let's do it. First, we need to open the Unity Hub. After that, you will see a window like this. This is the last project that we been created, and I'm gonna go into it. For the last time, I promised you guys to teach you how to do the basic movements. You can find those tutorial on my blog. For example, this one, Ways to Unity 1 Basic Movements. Let's get into it. Let's say this is the basic movements that you can do. Use Q to switch to pen mode, then mouse left click and move around. Let's use Q to do that. Yeah, I select the Q. Then I can move around with some effect like this. Alright, go on. The left one. Use Alt plus left click to rotate the view around a point. Press the Alt with right mouse click. With left mouse click, you could rotate the view according to the mouse position. Alright, go on. Screw your center mouse key to scale the view. Center mouse key. Oh, you can say if I screw the center key on my mouse, you could scale your view. That's awesome. For the movement of your object, use W to switch to select mode. Select an object, press F to focus on it, then drag the XYZ corner axis line to move that object. So first, let's press the W key, then select an object. And we can say we got 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. Here's the X, this is a Z, this is a Y. We don't care about that. Let's do a focus by click the F key on our keyboard. Alright, if we press the F, you can say the view just getting into this object. Let's press it again. Here you can see it's awesome. So we don't have to manually do that job. The editor could just fit that object in our visible view if we press the F key. Okay, then use the E. Here's another feature that I didn't show you. You could drag the 3 axes to move this object like this, as you can see. Then use E to switch to rotate mode. Let's use E. If I press the E, you can say something like this, and we could drag those lines to rotate this object. Awesome. Then use R to switch to scale mode. Drag the 4 corner boxes to scale your object. Let's press the R. As you can see, if we press the R, we get 3 cubes with different corners. And if I drag one of them, you will see the object start to change scale with one direction. Cool. If I drag this, oh, it's also in the changing. Then use the upright corner XYZ corner axes to go to a standard XYZ axis view. Upright corner, which is this called. Then we can press the X if we press that, and we can press the Y if we do that, so we can see something different. Okay, so this is a basic short keys about the Unity editor. Here's another one. If you press the Control with P, you can run this game. Okay, it's awesome. If I only teach you this, that would be quite boring, don't you think so? First, to make something more funny, we should first try to let our camera go to a correct position. How can we do that? Can we just reset the position from here? Yeah, we can do that. We can click the reset button. Then as we can see, the view changed. Then we can drag around the camera, do some rotation. Nothing happened. Let me do something else. For example, drag it to here. Then do a rotation again. Here we go. Now we can see the boxes. You know what? I start to think the light isn't correct. If we click the direct light, you see the light, the position of the light is kind of weird. Okay, as you can see, if I move or rotate the light source, the object, the shadow of our object would change accordingly. I don't know if this makes our use better. Oh, it did. Now if we run our game, you would see something like this. That's more acceptable for us. You know what? I feel quite boring by only seeing this one object. So I start to think that if I could clone multiple cubes on this screen, how can we do that? Probably we could use this tutorial, fire a bullet. We assume that a bullet is an object. Fire an object means duplicate that object for once. So here we go. We probably only need this command to do our job. This is a high view. Let's see if we can do something about it. So at the beginning, I should create an instance with a profile. The question is, where this profile should come from? That's a big problem. Oh, we can define it here. So here I just defined an object, this line of code. Let's say if I hit the C button, what would happen? If we go to the cube 2, this little cube, let's give it a lamp. I'm gonna say relam small cube. Now it has a lamp. I'm going to call it small cube. And for this small cube, it got a script attached to it. Since we have added a profab is nothing but an object. But for now, it's an empty object. We need to assign it an object. Let's assign itself to it. Yeah, it's worked. Then let's say what we want to do. We want to say for the first start, when this game initialized, I just want to create a new small cube. So I just added one command line here, and we hit the C button. Now let's run this game. Let's see if it's working. Oh my god! As you can see, the cube just increased crazily, the number of the cube. Why? Because for each time it will create a new cube. So for this case, that's not what we want. How about we do this? First we do a duplicate. Then we lamp this cube to I can duplicate. Then we detach the script from it. For example, we can remove this script. Now when we create this cube, here we assign I can duplicate it to this script. Now if we click the start button, it will just duplicate one cube. But for now, you cannot really see the duplicated cube because it's in the exact position of the last one. So we at least should make some changes to the position of our new cube. Now if we run this game again, we get an error. Now let's try it again. Yeah, we succeeded. Why? The last time we got an error because we couldn't just time the rotation value with an integer, but we can time the position value with an integer. Here I just doubled it. You can think it in this way. If I double the position, a new cube will appear on the top of our old cube. That may not intuitive. Let's getting far away from the old stuff. Reposition our camera for a little bit so we can see a bigger picture. Now if I run this again, you'd say 2 cubes. Okay, that's fine. But how about we double this command and set the position to 3. We got 1 for 2 and 1 for 3. We save it. Now we run this game. Alright, now we got 3 cubes. But you know what? This is still not that fun. How about we just do a loop? Let's say int I equal to 0. If I less than 10, we do this loop. And for this case, we only need 1 line of code. And I'm going to change this number to a variable, which is 1. It will increase from 2 to 9. Now we save it. reposition our camera for a little bit so it can see more cubes. Now if we hit the play button, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, exactly 9 cubes. But I'm still not satisfied. It's still not that cool. Because all we could say is a static image. It's kind of boring. How can we let it edit itself one by one with a time delay inside of it? I think we probably would need the help of Google, because I just don't know how to do that. So let's say how Unity delay. Okay, it starts to become difficult. It has to involve a lot of different things. Yeah. But I don't want to do that. Let's do it in this way. First, we create a global integer. Let's say we're gonna call it I, and at the beginning it's equal to 2. And for each time, if I have collected the space key on my keyboard, it will then instantiate or create a copy of the prefab or the game object, or in our case, this small cube, this one. Let's say if it's working by running this game. Now I will press the space key. As you can see, we got a cube duplicated, and we're gonna collect the space key again. Nope, nothing really happened. Why? Oh, I got it. Because for each time I didn't actually increase the number or the variable I. I'm going to add it by 1. In other words, I equal to I plus 1. Now save it and run this game again. If I press the space button and I press it again, as you can see, the cube start to increase in a satisfying way. And now let's run it again. Now I'm gonna increase my speed. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, this is today's tutorial. It's really not that complicated, and to be honest, it's quite simple. And I start to think, how can I deliver this code to you guys? I think the best way is to upload the whole project to the GitHub, and with each video I do a release, so you can download the history game project and you can play around on your computer with totally freedom. So that's it. And for the next week, I will probably show you how to integrate the VS Code, this editor, to the Unity, so you can have a better coding experience with the Unity. Because if you do the coding with this simple editor, you probably would go crazy in the end of the day. So it's better to use a better editor for the coding. Anyway, that's the next video that I'm going to introduce to you guys. Oh, and of course, it's under Linux, so it's a very variable lesson for you guys, because there really didn't so much people who do the game development under the Linux. So I will see you there. Bye.